Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all air signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you'll use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. In front of me, I have the number 2 hexagram from the I Ching, which deals with the Book of Changes, an ancient Chinese philosophy. And the second hexagram is all yin lines. So you see all the lines are broken here, and it kind of creates this channel. And this channel is essentially the womb, and it's being receptive to any energies that are kind of coming through, and then also making room as well. And the iconography of the womb has kind of come up a few times in this reading. I have the 2 of wands here, which indicates some sort of coming together of energy, that creative spark. Also, it is Mars in Aries. And the Emperor has come up as well, which is Aries, and the Sun, which has a child sitting on this white horse. And the reason why I'm linking Aries to this womb iconography is the nakshatra of Bharani, which sits in Aries, which is represented by the yoni and the womb, and it's this portal between this world and the next. But this I Ching is bringing your attention towards clearing things out in order to create the perfect environment for what you want to fill it. And another kind of metaphor for this, or an actuality I should say, is the menstrual cycle. It's that clearing out every month to make a environment that is ready for a baby to be in there. And that can't happen, or a baby can't be born if there's a whole life's worth of build up sitting in there. So if you're waiting for something to come into your life, you need to create the perfect environment for it to occur. So if you have a lot of things sitting in the place of what you want, then it can't move in. It's kind of like you're trying to enter an elevator, but the elevator's full of people, and it's like, well, some of these people need to leave before I can get in there. So I'm going through these analogies here just to kind of clarify what I'm talking about. But you need to be receptive to spirit, or you need to create an environment that bears down and is ideal for whatever it is that you want to create. And that's what a pregnant woman kind of does too. She bears down, which is the whole thing about Bharani, is making sure that the portal between this life and the next, because it is Bharani deals with life and death. They're very similar in a way, and the pregnant woman kind of bears down to facilitate that for happening. So either there is a pregnancy on the way for you, or a baby of sorts. It could be you specifically, or in your family, or there's something coming in for you, but you need to make the appropriate room for it, and to be receptive to it as well. And I just see here as well the number 4 of wands has come up as well, which is Aries in Venus. So we have this the 2 of wands and the 4 of wands, Mars and Venus in Aries, and Bharani kind of brings that up in my mind. But if you're not looking for a pregnancy or another human being to come into your life, this could be a project. A project has been completed, and you now need to ship it off. You need to move it out of your line of sight. You need to move, clear your desk out of all the old stuff, essentially. And if you want to bring something new into your life, you have to prepare a clean slate. You have to make sure that the environment is right for that to come in. So something has come to a completion, but you're wanting to bring something else in that will bring you happiness and prosperity. We have the 9 of Cups here in reverse, and the Princess of Discs, or the Page of Discs here. So there's something that's trying to come in. There's something that you really want. but it's just kind of blocked because your environment is just not allowing it. It's that metaphor of the trying to get into the elevator, but the elevator is cramped. So another thing to look at for you air signs is where Bharani sits in your chart, or where Aries sits in your chart. So if you are a Gemini ascendant, it will be your 11th house. If you are a Libra ascendant, it will be your 7th house. And if you are an Aquarius ascendant, it will be your 3rd house. So looking in those areas there for you to see, what Aries is kind of doing, which is an activation of some sort, creating something, that fiery energy, the drive as well. And we also I have the 4th house here and the 8th house in these astro cards. So again, just drawing your attention towards your 4th house, what's happening there. Are there any transits happening? And your 8th house as well. And the 4th house is the house of the mother. So again, we're going back to this womb motif, the motherhood motif. And then the 8th house is the grandparents. So something to do with lineage, something to do with family, and a kind of legacy there. And this could be your project. What is the legacy that your project is going to leave? And we also have the death card here in reverse and the gold card. So this is just indicating to me that whatever has been finished will still bring you prosperity, but there is, you need to make room for the next thing to come into your life so that you can keep that going, and you're not so much caught up in this cycle of life and death. And it's, it's not so what should I say, like crazy, that one thing finishes, or that fear too, maybe you're fearful of clearing everything out because you don't want it to be over, because you feel as though it being done, it just loses its oomph, or it's just finished completely. But it will continue on in its own way, but you can't start anything new until you have kind of closed it off and completed it. So those are the messages that are coming through for you this week, air signs, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye.